How's it going? Armagini here. Welcome to another video. In this one I'm going to be looking at what ships will fit inside the Corsair. As expected, most ground vehicles up to an Ursa in size will fit. Anything with an Atlas chassis or the Tonk are too big. My biggest question was which ships would fit, so I decided to focus on 5 small ships that I thought had a chance. These are in no particular order. First up is a P-52 Merlin. No real surprises here, although I wasn't sure if I'd be able to fit with the wings extended. Turns out it fits absolutely no problem, with the wings out and with the wings folded and the gear down. There is also plenty of clearance for the canopy to open. And enough room above the ship to take off without scratching the ceiling. Next up is the Pisces. Arguably the most useful ship in the list. This one looks like it's going to fit perfectly, but the wings are just a hair too wide, even folded. What this means is you have to have the aft 2 landing gear on the ramp if you pull it in straight forward. This still seems to work okay, but there is a little bit of jostling around when the ramp comes up. Once it settles, it seems stable enough, but I'm not sure how confident I am with it in this position. If you turn the nose a little and put it in diagonally, you can get 3.5 of the landing gear on the deck, which seems a lot more stable. I tested it out flying around, doing some combat, and also in QT. No issues really, just tricky loading and unloading. Next is the M50. This one was a little squirrely. I managed to get it in the end, but I don't think I would call it stable and probably not really usable. I'm sure if you broke the wings off this would work great, but as it stands, you have to do this weird diagonal thing because the wings are just too wide. The ship itself fits fine, but the biggest problem is when the canopy goes up. There's just not enough clearance for it to open all the way. The door does close though, so if you got a buddy that doesn't mind riding in the seat the whole time, you could probably get it done. Or maybe this would be a good use case for when we have tractor beams that can move small ships. Next we have the Razor. I was a little skeptical of the wings, but ended up being pleasantly surprised. There's quite a bit of clearance all the way around. I think the Razor actually ended up being my easiest park job. If you're looking for a ship that's easy to park, gets in and out, has plenty of clearance all the way around, and has a QT drive, this is probably the only one. The Razor's sliding canopy mechanism is the icing on the cake. You could probably fit 1 or maybe even 2 hover bikes in here without issue as well. Lastly, I tried the Origin A5X. Unfortunately, I could not find any way to get this guy to fit. I tried the same technique as I used with the M50, putting it in diagonally, and it seemed like it was going to work for a little while, but the back end's too big and the open canopy problem is even worse. It's probably a good thing though, as we wouldn't want anything Drake to rub off on that shiny Origin paint. Let me know in the comments if there's a ship that you think should have been on this list, and even better, if you tried it, I'd love to know if it worked or not. One ship that comes to mind immediately is the MPUV. I'm just not sure what I would use it for in the verse right now. Thank you so much for watching, it's always appreciated. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button if you liked it, and subscribe if you want more. Until next time.
See ya!